Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. Thanks for watching. This is the weekend outlook for flying. I know many of you are planning to go flying this weekend, and of course it's the air show down in Gloucester as well, but not looking particularly brilliant, I'm afraid. Let's see if we can find you a few windows at least to try and enjoy some flying. I don't think I'm going to be flying this weekend, unfortunately. I really am going to have to get some power lessons in. I think I've been learning to glide now for the last 12 months or so, and just can't find the time to get up to the club, which is so frustrating. Hackney Green only 3 miles down the road, so I think I'm going to have to get down there and get some lessons in. Anyway, as well, just a reminder that the Aviation Weather School is being held part 1 on Saturday the 10th of September and part 2 in October. Can't remember the exact date, but go to weatherschool.co.uk, and if you really want to learn more about the weather and how you can improve your forecasting skills and get the most out of your flying, then really you should come along to Weather School. I've run it now for a few years and it really is very popular. Go to the website weatherschool.co.uk. You can book online there. I've got a few places remaining on both, but they will become booked up pretty quickly, so take my advice. If you want to come along, do it sooner rather than later. Okay, advertising over. Here's how things look. These are the charts from the Met Office for Friday. These are from westwind.ch, and for Friday we've just got this weak occluded front moving its way eastwards during the course of Friday. This is a real weakening feature, just got some bits and pieces of cloud and some spots of rain associated with it. As it moves eastwards, it's weakening significantly. I think western parts of Wales, parts of southwest England could go non-VFR for a time with some low bases in this rain, but generally the whole of the country VFR through Friday. What we've got to watch is these areas of low pressure out towards the west, because just look what happens through Saturday night into Saturday itself. These fronts pushing eastwards, although weakening, but taking rain with them. Some really heavy bursts of rain, I think, across southern and eastern parts of England during Saturday morning. Windy too. You see the isobars getting closer together here, and then we'll find showers and brighter spells moving into the west, but then further outbreaks of rain as this front comes through later on Saturday. Overnight to Sunday, well, low pressure still there, and for Sunday itself still got low pressure there. Strongest of the winds to the west and the south by then, and these troughs rotating around this low. If I say cumulus, embedded cumulonim, you'll get the picture exactly what it's going to be like. Let's get some more detail on there then. These are the charts from the GFS model from weatheronline.co.uk. The times up here, top left hand corner, you see here it's Friday at 7 p.m. Got this weak ridge across the south and east of the country, so good flying conditions there, but rain already into the west of Scotland through Ireland. Look, here's our low that we're watching. Watch how that develops overnight as it moves eastwards into Saturday morning. So strong winds around on Saturday morning. We've got these outbreaks of rain pushing their way eastwards associated with that cold front, and here's the trough look following behind. I think base is within that rain 12 to 1500 feet as it sweeps its way eastwards, and what it will tend to do, look, is to develop as it moves through England and Wales on Saturday morning, become heavy across southern parts of England, particularly 1000 to 1500 foot bases there with embedded Q and QNIM, and really I think very little flying to be found across southern England during the early part of Saturday morning with non-VFR. It'll become marginal to VFR across these western areas as the front clears its way eastwards, look, into Saturday afternoon, just holding on to this far southeastern corner. But I think elsewhere we do improve significantly through Saturday afternoon, although it will be windy, and again we're going to see some large Q and probably some showers along these western coasts. That's the more persistent rain just returning to northern and western parts of Ireland, but for many it looks like a significant improvement in flying on Saturday afternoon apart from those winds. So I'd say if you're confident with the winds, and there will be moderate turbulence, perhaps severe in places, then you'd be in VFR to marginal VFR conditions for most, but hanging on to non-VFR until late in the day across this southeast corner, and that's where the strongest of the winds will be. So as we head through towards Sunday, this is Sunday morning, low pressure over the north of Scotland, generally fair across many central and eastern parts of England, and I think here bases of 2500 to 3000 feet. Still windy, but generally VFR if you can get away with those winds. Showers affecting these western coasts, and more persistent rain through Northern Ireland and northwest England, bases 1500 feet in that rain with embedded Q and QNIM. Now during the course of the morning, the winds will strengthen across western Scotland, Ireland, western parts of Wales, southwest England, becoming really gusty here, gale force. Little in the way of showers across central and eastern parts of England, but really starting to gather, look, out towards the west, and they could turn into more persistent spells of rain through Wales, northwest England, Northern Ireland and Scotland too, again with embedded QN in. Saturday afternoon, the showers sweep eastwards through most parts of England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland. More persistent rain for western Scotland. Here we're definitely into non-VFR. I think marginal to non-VFR at times down these western coasts of England and also Wales. Generally VFR, but becoming marginal to non-VFR in showers excuse me, across central and the eastern parts of England. But I think the wind's really starting to play a part in the weather through this area. So we're expecting moderate, and there could be some severe turbulence around at times because of that. And just a very quick look at the cloud bases from Weather Online. This is the predicted model cloud base for Friday evening. You see generally greens are levels of 3,000 feet, yellows are where we're between 1,000 and 2,000 feet, reds below 1,000 feet. So watch what happens as we get into Saturday morning. Look, here's that cloud of sort of 1,000 to 200 foot bases across much of England and Wales. Watch how that spreads eastwards, and just look at the real low cloud coming into the channel, southern parts of England, across southeast England during Saturday afternoon, but improving elsewhere. And then for Sunday, well, generally bases are above the 3,000 foot mark. Yes, they'll be below for these western coasts of the country where you see showers and where the more persistent rain affects northern and western parts of Scotland. So overall, flying conditions this weekend, I've seen worse, but I've also seen much better. I think the winds really do play a part. Southern and eastern England are going to be out of it, I think, for much of Saturday morning into the early part of Saturday afternoon. But this improvement coming in from the west. Early Sunday morning looks best for most, but then deteriorating through the day on Sunday with the showers developing. Hope that's given you a good idea as to when to book the club aircraft. Have a great weekend and safe flying. Thanks for watching.